Chapter 10 A Bright Future for Judah and Israel. I, the Lord, am the one who sends storm clouds and showers of rain to make fields produce. So when the crops need rain, you should pray to me. You can't believe idols and fortune tellers or depend on the hope you receive from witchcraft and interpreters of dreams. But you have tried all of these, and now you are like sheep without a shepherd. I, the Lord all-powerful, am fiercely angry with you leaders, and I will punish you. I care for my people, the nation of Judah, and I will change this flock of sheep into charging war horses. From this flock will come leaders who will be strong, like cornerstoners, stones and tent pegs, and weapons of war. They will join in the fighting, and together they will trample their enemies like mud. They will fight, because I, the Lord, will be on their side, and they will crush the enemy cavalry. I will strengthen the kingdoms of Judah and Israel, and I will show mercy, because I am the Lord their God. I will answer their prayers and bring them home. Then it will seem as though I had never rejected them. Israel will be like a tribe of warriors celebrating with wine. When their children see this, they will also be happy because of me, the Lord. I will give a signal for them to come together, because I have rescued them, and there will be as many as ever before. Although I scattered my people in distant countries, they won't forget me. Once their children are raised, they will return. I will bring them home from Egypt and Assyria. Then let them settle as far as Gilead and Lebanon, until the land overflows with them. My people will go through an ocean of troubles, but I will overcome the waves and dry up the deepest part of the Nile. Assyria's great pride will be put down, and the power of Egypt will disappear. I'll strengthen my people because of who I am, and they will follow me. I, the Lord, have spoken. Chapter 11 Trouble for Israel's enemies. Lebanon, open your gates. Let the fire come in to destroy your cedar trees. Cry, you cypress trees. The glorious cedars have fallen and are rotting. Cry, you oak trees of Bashan. The dense forest has been chopped down. Listen, shepherds are crying. Their glorious pastures have been ruined. Listen, lions are roaring. The forests of the Jordan Valley are no more to be found. Israel's leaders are worthless shepherds. The Lord my God said to me, tend those sheep doomed for slaughter. The people who buy and butcher them go unpunished, while everyone who sells them says, praise the Lord, I am rich. Not even their shepherds have pity on them. Tend those sheep, because I, the Lord, will no longer have pity on the people of this earth. I'll turn neighbor against neighbor and make them slaves of a king. They will bring disaster on the earth, and I'll do nothing to rescue any of them. So I became a shepherd of those sheep doomed to be slaughtered by the sheep dealers. And I gave names to the 2 sticks I used for tending the sheep. One of them was named Mercy, and the other Unity. In less than a month, I became impatient with the 3 shepherds who didn't like me, and I got rid of them. Then I said, I refuse to be your shepherd. Let the sheep that are going to die go on and die, and those that are going to be destroyed go on and be destroyed. Then let the others eat one another alive. On that same day, I broke the stick named Mercy to show that the Lord had cancelled his agreement with all people. The sheep dealers who saw me knew straight away that this was a message from the Lord. I told them, pay me my wages. If you think you should, otherwise forget it. So they handed me my wages, a measly 30 pieces of silver. Then the Lord said, Throw the money into the treasury. So I threw the money into the treasury at the Lord's temple. Then I broke the stick named Unity and canceled the ties between Judah and Israel. Next, the Lord said to me, Act like a shepherd again, this time a worthless shepherd. Once more, I am going to let a worthless nobody rule the land, one who won't care for the strays or search for the young or heal the sick or feed the healthy. He will just dine on the fattest sheep, leaving nothing but a few bones. You worthless shepherd, deserting the sheep, I hope a sword will cripple your arm and blind your right eye. Victory for Jerusalem, chapter 12. This is a message from the Lord about Israel. I am the Lord, I stretched out the heavens. I put the earth on its foundations and gave breath to humans. I have decided that Jerusalem will become a bowl of wine that makes the neighboring nations drunk. And when Jerusalem is attacked, Judah will also be attacked. But I will turn Jerusalem into a heavy stone that crushes anyone who tries to lift it. When all nations on earth surround Jerusalem, I will make every horse panic and every rider confused. But at the same time, I will watch over Judah. Then every clan in Judah will realize that I, the Lord all-powerful, am their God, and that I am the source of their strength. At that time, I will let the clans of Judah be like a ball of fire in a wood pile or a fiery torch in a haystack. Then Judah will send the surrounding nations up in smoke, and once again the city of Jerusalem will be filled with people. But I will first give victory to Judah, so the kingdom of David and the city of Jerusalem in all their glory won't be thought of more highly than Judah itself. I, the Lord God, will protect Jerusalem. Even the weakest person there will be as strong as David, and David's kingdom will rule as though my very own angel were its leader. I am determined to wipe out every nation that attacks Jerusalem. The people will mourn and return to the Lord, mourning for the one pierced with a spear. I, the Lord, will make the descendants of David and people of Jerusalem fear deep sorrow and pray when they see the one they pierced with a spear. They will mourn and weep for him, as parents weep over the death of their only child or their firstborn. On that day, the people of Jerusalem will mourn as much as everyone did for Hadad Rimmon on the flat lands near Megiddo. Everyone of each family in the land will mourn, and the men will mourn separately from the women. This includes those from the family of David and the families of Nathan, Levi, Shimei, and all other families as well. Chapter 13. Getting rid of idols and false prophets. In the future, there will be a fountain where David's descendants and the people of Jerusalem can wash away their sin and guilt. The Lord all-powerful says, when the time comes, I will get rid of every idol in the country, and they will be forgotten forever. I will also do away with their prophets and those evil spirits that control them. If any such prophets ever appear again, their own parents must warn them that they will die for telling lies in my name, the name of the Lord. If those prophets don't stop speaking, their parents must then kill them with a sword. Those prophets will be ashamed of their so-called visions, and they won't deceive anyone by dressing like a true prophet. Instead, they will say, I'm no prophet. I've been a farmer all my life. And if any of them are asked why they are wounded, they will answer, it happened at the house of some friends. A wounded shepherd and scattered sheep. The Lord all-powerful said, my sword, wake up, attack my shepherd and friend. Strike down the shepherd. Scatter the little sheep, and I will destroy them. Nowhere in the land will more than a third of them be left alive. Then I will purify them and put them to the test, just as gold and silver are purified and tested. They will pray in my name, and I will answer them. I will say, "You are my people," and they will reply, "You, Lord, are our God." The final war and the Lord's victory, chapter 14. The Lord will have his day, and when it comes, everything that was ever taken from Jerusalem will be returned and divided among its people. But first, he will bring many nations to attack Jerusalem. Homes will be robbed, women raped, and half of the population dragged off, though the others will be allowed to remain. The Lord will attack those nations like a warrior fighting in battle. He will take his stand on the Mount of Olives east of Jerusalem, and the mountain will split in half, forming a wide valley that runs from east to west. Then you people will escape from the Lord's mountain through this valley which reaches to Azar. You will run in all directions, just as everyone did when the earthquake struck in the time of King Uzziah of Judah. Afterwards, the Lord my God will appear with his holy angels. It will be a bright day that won't turn cloudy, and the Lord has decided when it will happen. This time of unending day. In both summer and winter, life-giving streams will flow from Jerusalem, half of them to the Dead Sea in the east and half to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. Then there will be only one Lord who rules as king and whose name is worshipped everywhere on earth. From Geba down to Rimmon south of Jerusalem, the entire country will be turned into flat lands, with Jerusalem still towering above. Then the city will be full of people from Benjamin Gate, Old Gate Place, and Hananel Tower in the northeast part of the city over to Corner Gate in the northwest and down to King's Wine Press in the south. Jerusalem will always be secure and will never again be destroyed. Here is what the Lord will do to those who attack Jerusalem while they are standing there. He will make their flesh rot and their eyes fall from their sockets and their tongues drop out. The Lord will make them go into frenzy and start attacking each other until even the people of Judah turn against those in Jerusalem. This same terrible disaster will also strike every animal nearby, including horses, mules, camels, and donkeys. Finally, everything of value in the surrounding nations will be collected and brought to Jerusalem, gold, silver, and piles of clothing. Afterwards, the survivors from those nations that attacked Jerusalem will go there each year to worship the King, the Lord all-powerful, and to celebrate the Festival of Shelters. No rain will fall on the land of anyone in any country who refuses to go to Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord all-powerful. This horrible disaster will strike the Egyptians and everyone else who refuses to go there for the celebration. At that time, the words dedicated to the Lord will be engraved on the bells worn by horses. In fact, every ordinary cooking pot in Jerusalem will be just as sacred to the Lord all-powerful as the bowls used at the altar. Any one of them will be acceptable for boiling the meat of sacrificed animals, and there will no longer be a need to sell special pots and bowls.